Mhm. Peace out. How y'all feeling? Good evening. Today is Monday, and here we are back at it, doing what we do best, and that's informing, that's influencing, that's more land talk. Hope your weekend was good. Whatever you did, me myself, I got a chance to sit back and pretty much spend time with family. Hope you did the same. Wherever you was at, hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you was safe. Now it's back to business. What was told to us early on is one of the hardest things to do when you're doing business on a certain level is the bounce back, right? How do you bounce back right back into it after having such a good weekend, right? So Mondays are always weird for me because it's the top of the week. You have to lay it out of what you want to accomplish for that week, or you should be doing that, laying out what you want to get accomplished for the week. It should always be some goals. It should always be some plans. It should always be some daily goals that you're knocking off of that list, right? I don't care what that is, whether that's to wash clothes and make sure the kid done something. It should be a list that you are checking off something on a daily basis. It's very helpful. It keeps you moving. It holds you accountable to what you said you were going to do. Because we find that a lot of people, oftentimes, they say they're going to do a thing and don't do a thing. So hold yourself accountable. Nobody's going to treat you better than yourself at the end of the day. And that's just the God's honest truth. So tonight, this evening, I want to talk about and I want to focus on how to create situations through land. What do I mean by that? How to create situations. We're always having culturally, we're having this conversation, and you can chime in on this because I'm really confused, right? I'm really, really confused culturally. Where do we pick up at? Where do we start to fix Black culture? Is it with finances? Is it with morals and ethics? Is it overall culture? What is Black culture? Where do we start with this? Is it with us, considering partnering and all of those things? Where exactly do we start? So that's why I always say, for me, it's just be the change that you want to see. So I just give what I know to give the best of. And these days, the best way to use me and use the Acre Boys is through the vehicle of land investment. That's why we pour all this information into this subject and this topic, because we need help, right? I like to discuss finances, and this business is a financial vehicle that can generate situations. That's why I said how to create situations. Most of us don't have an avenue that if we needed to whip up money of any sum, right? Do we have an avenue that we can tap into on a regular basis and say, I know I can go here? I use words like potential, potentially, right? Hasn't happened yet. But do you have the potential to do that? Do you have the potential to potentially go out and create a lane on avenue for you to take care of yourself if something comes up besides your 9 to 5 job? That is very predictable. It's accounted for, right? But if something comes up, because most people don't pull data, we do. But if you pull data, right? Average American, some more, some less, makes around $52,000, $53,000 a year. Average American, by data standpoint, states we only have at least at minimum 2 months, and max, should I say, 2 months of reserves put away. That's a scary, scary sight. That means that if something happens major, you only can sustain yourself by average for the next 2 months. So I'm constantly saying, well, how do we fix that? How do we get in front of that? You have to be able to create situations or have an avenue or a vehicle that you can tap into. First of all, if you identify that vehicle, you should probably be putting it to use and get ahead of the curve, right? And of course, I'm talking about land investing because it does create situations. And I'll explain to you what I mean. At any given time, I could go to a tax sale auction. I could participate and position myself. You see, I use those words: position, potential. I'm giving myself max potential by positioning myself to win. Do you win all the time? No, it's like with everything else. But if you're not even playing the game to win, what are we talking about? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's time for us to, or you, I'm dead serious. It's time for you to get serious by actually doing the thing, not just keep watching a thing. Do a thing. Like, this is a safe space. And I don't care if it's not land investing, because culturally, I just want to see us win. You hear me say that all the time. I just want to see us win. I think, how cool is it if you have a friend and a friend on this side, and they're both doing something on a high level? See, it's hard to fall when your friends can be your crutches. Not that we're leaning on them, right? But it's cool when you have a circle that's up. Who can you go to right now if needed? 10 grand right now. I hope you have somebody. I hope you have something to lean on, to fall on. You needed to whip up $10,000 right now. You need to whip up $15,000, $20,000. I spent my day today. It was Monday. I spent my day today positioning personally the Acre Boys, my team, to win by doing what we do best: buying more land. So what we do, and it's what we teach. This is why I say, even with what we have going on, once you come along the journey with us, it's not by theory. I'm giving you my experience. I'm giving you what I'm doing for myself. That's what's working for me. Like, we're not course creators that has created a course and we give it to somebody and we walk away. That's not who we are, because I'm in the field with you. What I'm telling you to do is what I'm doing. Today I spent 3.5 hours putting out what we call a mailer. A mailer is when we send out offers to buy land in a new area. It's pretty exciting to me, because I have now options. I have now the potential to score. But if there's no offers going out the door, there's no potential that I have. He said, much love. Thanks for the plug. Arkansas. Hope you do something with it. Arkansas was very, very nice to us. And this is what I'm saying. I just had a comment. He said, thanks for the plug. Arkansas. I don't care where you go and get it from. You can go to the same places that I get it from. Trust me, you won't infringe on my business. It's too much to go around. I can give it to you. I don't care. We can play in the same area. I don't care. Because it's enough to go around. For those that have a scarcity mindset, that may be wondering if there is enough to go around. Absolutely, there's enough to go around. Somebody answer me this question. Having a conversation earlier. Because I'm really, Look at this comment here. I'm gonna screenshot this. I love it. I love it. I love it. He said, y'all came to Detroit. Yeah, we did come to Detroit on the high level tour. Y'all came to Detroit about 2 years ago. I went and I learned a lot. I made a certain investment and I made about 200K since then. Clap, clap, bravo. Because that says to me that after you left, you got inspired, you went and did something. There is a law that's called law of action. You must take action. You can't be inspired alone. Once inspiration and action meet, that's the recipe. A lot of you get inspired, but still won't take action. Don't work like that. You could pray, you could meditate. You're going to have to take some action. Give your higher power a place to meet you at. Stop depending on, Lord have mercy. Congratulations, brother. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing that got you to 200K or more. Keep crushing it is all I say. Comment the word dirt, right? Comment the word dirt to begin land investing. Serious inquiries only. We're in that season of where now, right? Whoever gets left, gets left. We're really looking to extract like-minded people that's ready to get started because now we're in the 7th month, right? We've been well, all year long this is what you're going to get. But we've been spitting and speaking this language for the first 6 months. So now we're really just hyper-focused on serious people, right? I only want serious people, right? That's it. I want people that similar into how I think, similar on the same frequency on how we move. That's it. That's all I want to surround myself with because we've been doing this for a long time now. We've been running the program for 4 years straight now. And those people that's not on the same frequency, those are the ones that's a pain in my ass. Pardon my French. They need too much help. They got 10,000 questions when the answers have already been given. They want it done for them. They want you to carry them to the finish line. I don't want those people. I want people that's ready to work. Now I'm well aware of that. What we put out there is comprehensible, right? You just have to sit down with the information and put it to use and put it to work. Because as I stated a few minutes ago, I'm not giving something that I'm not doing. I don't claim to be a genius. I just speak it more fluently and understand it better than most people because it's something that I have my hands on a